we are going to demonstrate how to mix insulin. First, you want to make sure you perform your hand hygiene, and you want to check your physician order to ensure that you have the correct medication and the correct dosage that you need. And then be aware that with any insulin administration, you need to have a second nurse observing and checking that you are correct on your dosage and administration of insulin. So we want to gather our supplies. We want to have a insulin syringe, and you'll see that this says U100 insulin. You want to have alcohol wipes, and then you want to have your insulin. Again, you want to check to make sure you have the correct type of insulin. This is regular, and you want to check the expiration and make sure that its consistency is, the color and clarity is consistent throughout. And then again, your other insulin, you want to check again that it's the correct type of insulin, correct expiration date, and then again that the color and clarity is consistent throughout the vial. You'll see this insulin is considered one of the cloudy insulins. So the consistency, you can see there's little cloudy granules on the bottom. This is telling me that I need to agitate the vial so that the medication is distributed evenly throughout the vial. So I'm going to take this and gently, you don't want to shake it because it'll create air bubbles and then you'll have issues drawing the medication up. So you want to gently roll it between your hands. They recommend at least 10 times to distribute the medication evenly, and you can even invert it 10 times as well, but I'm not shaking it. So now that the medication now is evenly distributed through the whole vial, we are ready to draw up our medication. When you draw up insulin that you're going to mix in one syringe, you want to draw your air up in the syringe first for the total amount ordered. So the physician wants, for example, 36 units of our normal insulin. This is our cloudy, and they want 12 units for our regular. So my syringe, I'm going to prepare it. You can see the syringe is at 10, 15, 20, 25 increments. I'm going to draw up the total amount. So 36 for the N and 12 for the R, so that equals 48 units total. So I'm going to pull the plunger until I get to 48, which I got to turn it for just a second. And I am at 48. So you can see there's 45, and then each little line is 1 unit. So I'm at 48. So I've got my syringe ready. I'm going to cleanse the tops of my vials. Again, you're scrubbing it for the 15 seconds. And I'm getting another alcohol pad for the other insulin vial, again 15 seconds. So now that I have them cleaned, I'm going to inject the air into first my cloudy. So the order was 36 units of the N, which is the cloudy. I'm not going to invert my vial at all. I'm only going to inject the air that I need into this. So, syringe, needle into the vial. I'm only injecting air into the air. I'm not going to flip it. I'm not going to stick my needle into the medication. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to do 36. So that takes me down to my 12. Okay, so I'm taking that directly out without getting any of the insulin on the tip of the needle, because now I'm going to stick it in this vial. If I would have gotten any of the insulin from this vial on the tip of my needle, then it could contaminate this other insulin and I would have to throw it all away. So I'm going to insert the tip of my needle into this vial. I know I need 12 units, so I'm going to press the plunger to get the rest of the air into this. And at this point now, I can flip the vial over and withdraw my 12 units that I need. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. I'm doing it this way to for demonstration. So I'm going to pull out my 12 units. So there's my 12 units. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over, pull it out. I'm going to put it back into my cloudy now, my N. Now I do not want to press my plunger and push any of the clear insulin into the cloudy, because again it'll contaminate it. So being very careful, I'm going to invert this vial and I'm going to draw up the rest of the insulin I need. So I need 36 of the N, which is the cloudy, so it'll equal 48. So I'm going to withdraw until I get to my 48. So I have my 48. I'm going to flip it back over. I'm not going to touch the cap. I'm going to scoop it lightly. And I'm going to have my second nurse check. Again, double check to make sure that I have the correct dosage. She was watching me draw this up. And now I'm going to be able to administer it to my patient. And that is how you mix insulin.